Collabera love you, and I have seen people loving you and admiring you a lot. But what is that one memory with Collabera that has stayed back with you? Your memorable your memorable journey of Collabera. Can you describe it?
So back into my recruitment days, I got a pat on the back. It was a floor walk. I got 7 hires in a single day.
Wow.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not about hires. The best thing about those hires are out of those 7, 5 people, they were like family or relatives to each other.
Hello everyone. This is Shemona, Saxena, and we welcome you all to Community.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Today we are in talks with somebody who has given 5 amazing years of her life to Collabera. She's brave, she's confident. She's somebody who just got promoted to Associate Manager Talent Acquisition. She swears by a title given to her by her team, the Boss Lady. So without further ado, let's welcome Parul Sharma to Community. Hi Parul.
Hi Shemona, thanks for giving such a great introduction, and thank you for having me.
Parul, we would really want you to give our audience an overview of your journey at Collabera. Can you help us with that?
Sure. Journey has been amazing. It started back in 2017 when Collabera walked into my campus. I started my first position with Collabera, that is like my first job. And it was more of like, arranged marriage, to be honest, wherein you start falling in love as you spend some time down the line. And I think now, after 5 years, I love what I'm doing and I do what I love. So that's how the journey begins.
It's amazing. Like, it's always best when you do whatever you are loving to do. So that's great. So Parul, let's start with today's session and let's shoot some questions at you. The first question I really wanted to know from you is, as a working professional, everybody has their values. So what is that core value that you think is very important for a working professional?
Great. I think Shemona, you must have seen that we have recently added this core value to Collabera. It's been like fearless, and that's actually me. I have made so unconventional choices in my life, and I believe one should always be fearless. There could be only just 2 options, whether you succeed or you learn something. But having not attempt something and just be there is more disappointing. So I feel one should go fearless.
Love it. That's actually my favorite value too from Collabera values. There's always like 2 sides of the coin, and they're always feeling that there's something which is hard and then there's something which is best. So what is the hardest part of your job at Collabera and what is the best part of your job at Collabera?
I'll take it, the best part first.
Okay.
I think over the time, when you start working, right, your job becomes monotonous. But I think in this talent solution industry, the best thing is you get to learn a lot of things on daily basis, new challenges, new opportunities. So you never fed up of this. I think that's the best part of my job. And the hardest thing is sometimes when you're putting some inputs, then after some time you're not getting the favorable outcomes. That is something is little hard to digest.
Yeah.
But I think I always take it in a positive way. We should just keep on going.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good message to the audience. And of course, we always, whenever I also walk out of the door from Collabera, I think I have learned something new today. So I second whatever you have said. With that, Parul, always there are people who always look up to the people who climb up the ladder. You've recently climbed up the ladder and gotten to a new position. What is that one advice you would like to give our new joiners or our freshers?
One advice is never just try to be mirror image of someone, right? You can just be yourself. You should learn and explore and take accountability of your actions, and at the same time just make yourself proud. I think that's the only thing.
Fab, I love it. So a lot of work-related questions I asked. let's just pause there. I really want to know, like, what do you do to unwind yourself from the longest day of work you have? I know I have seen you working. I see you working every day right in front of me, and I see you working very hard. So what do you do?
So actually, I love to spend time with my husband as I unwind my day. We go for like a long walk, discuss what we're gonna do on a weekend, new activities to explore or new hobbies to discover. So that's my quality time that I spend after my work.
Amazing, that's great. So I have like kind of seen you in my past year of journey, but I really always wanted to ask you this question. What is your story, Parul? Like, how did you get from where you were to where you are today? What is exactly your story?
So when I look at to myself, I have a changed person now, right? I used to be a person, who's just being herself, not that outgoing. But I think while I passed a lot of time here, I feel like I'm more confident, and I've made some good friends over the time.
Wow.
So that's what journey has been through right now.
That's amazing. Like, of course, Collabera has given a lot of friends to a lot of people, and
Right.
seeing that right in front of my eyes, I love it. So, Parul, how has the path of leadership been for you? Like, you've just entered your leadership journey. I think not just entered, you have been a leader to a lot of people. How has the leadership journey been for you?
To be honest, when I look back, I used to feel like these managers, people who are in leadership, they live by a fancy title, right? I definitely want to be one of them. But now when I'm actually living up to that situation, I feel like it is more demanding and challenging, rather than just being fancy and just enjoying it. I mean, people look up to you, and you're responsible for someone's success and failures, right? I think that is one thing that has changed my perspective towards when I entered to this leadership role.
So, Collabera love you, and I have seen people loving you and admiring you a lot. But what is that one memory with Collabera that has stayed back with you? Your memorable sport or your memorable journey of Collabera, can you describe it?
Sure. I mean, this could be a very small thing, but Collabera is known for their style. We celebrate each and everything, right? So back into my recruitment days, I got a pat on the back. It was a floor walk. I got 7 hires in a single day.
Wow.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not about hires. The best thing about those hires are out of those 7, 5 people, they were like family or relatives to each other.
Wow.
And they all called me and just wish me that hey, what, thank you so much for doing this great thing. And I think that's the moment when I feel touched. I've helped someone, and that was one of the best memories that is still stuck in my mind.
So, Parul, as you said, 7 hires. Like, okay, that's amazing. That's fab. Kudos to you. With that, like connecting to that, I really wanted to ask. Of course, from that day, you are inspiring a lot of people. I am sure about it. You inspired me right now. But I just wanted to ask you that how do you, on a daily basis, inspire and motivate your team members?
It's just a word of mouth. But yes, I need, I inspire by leading by an example. They look up to me, whatever I do in day-to-day basis. That's how you can inspire someone.
Absolutely.
And talking about motivation, right? You can motivate anyone appreciating them. That's the first step. If you want to motivate anyone, just go ahead and appreciate them and celebrate their small milestones, their achievements. And I think standing by them in their tough time is something a person never forgets. So if you are there for that individual, they are highly motivated.
Wow. What is that essence of leadership for you?
I think a sense of leadership is something, you have that power to empower someone, right? And that is what makes you, a great leader as well. You are responsible for someone's success, when you see someone growing, which was initially aligned to you and you have groomed that individual, you take a proud at that time. And I think that's the best thing about leadership.
Love it. Very nice. Also, like over the years, you've been with Collabera for 5 years. You've seen talent industry in and out. You've seen a lot of changes happening in the company. Over the years, what are the crucial changes which you have seen in the talent industry? The growth of the industry. How do you describe that?
I think the growth of industry is like amazing, Shemona. Like over the past 5 years, while we as an individual, we are digitally transformed, but this industry, it transformed like anything,
Yeah.
right? I can relate this to our Collabera, right? Initial days, when we were recruiting people, we used to use our conventional dashboard, right? Now we have so many platforms, right? I think what we are saying, like tech and talent,
Yes.
this combination, it has really accelerated this industry to another level.
Great, of course. Like the digital transformation is one of the biggest changes which we have seen, and yeah, I agree to you. Okay, so coming to the most favorite word of all the recruiters, PC, President's Club. You made it to the PC Club last year, and I really wanted you to describe your Singapore journey for the people seeing this video, so that they can get encouraged and they can just look at you and see that okay, I also want to go to that show.
Sure, I think the journey of PC has been really, really amazing. It is like that memory, it goes for a long time, right? And for a lifetime, I would rather say, right? So when I went to Singapore, I definitely know that I made my parents proud, because to be honest, Shemona, they have called like every single relative telling that, hey, you know what, our girl is going for international trip, and that too fully sponsored. It really matters to parents, right? So I believe that was a moment where I felt like I have literally made my parents proud. Someone who's recently joining, I think with this upcoming PC, that is something which I don't think no other company is providing right now. You can live up to this moment or memory right in your first year. When you are going international trip, and of course you are representing Collaberan, the diaspora. I think so. Just go ahead and shine. I think everyone has equal opportunity, and this is the best thing that we have in Collaberan.
Love it. Like I am sure making parents proud is something that everybody of us wants. Okay, so Parul, enough about work-related talks. We have talked about Collabera, your journey. We know you now, I think, in and out about what you look like at Collabera. But we would really want to know more about something about your personal life. So, how does your general weekend look like? Can you help us picture your general weekend?
I think I'm more of a shopaholic.
Okay.
So if you can see me somewhere around in any mall, don't just be surprised. And I love to explore new restaurants. I'm a food lover, so that's how I usually spend my weekend.
Amazing. One restaurant that you can tell about Vadodara, you can recommend people out there.
Yeah, I'm a cafe person, so I would say brewery. That's my favorite
I
cafe.
love brewery. It has a good ambience as well. Your role model in your personal life, Parul, can you throw some light on that?
I would say my mom. I think whatever I am today and wherever I am today, I think that's because of her. Like, she has put a lot of efforts coming from a very small town, and I'm like 1200 miles away from my home. She makes sure that she calls me every single day, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, right? She is my go-to person and my stress buster for sure, and I don't think I can't thank her enough. Whatever I'm today, that's because of her.
Love it. Okay, now let's just take a break from everything and all the questions, the monotonous questions, and come up with the fun part of this chat. Let's do a rapid fire round. Are you ready for the same?
I do. I hope I'm getting hampered for this.
We'll see that. We'll have to see the answers that you give.
Oh,
But
okay.
there's just one rule, just one word. That's it. Can we do that?
I'm bang on.
Okay, let's do that. Most loved thing for you about Collaberan?
Culture?
The one thing that you don't like about your job is?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
That's a single word.
Okay. One word for the city, Baroda.
Warmth.
Who do you love the most?
Rajma chawal any day.
Oh, Rajma Chawal fans, yes. Chai person, coffee person.
Tea, I would say.
Oh, great. We are in community, so of
Absolutely.
course. Also, dog lover, cat lover.
Dog lover for sure.
Okay. So thank you so much for being here today, Parul. It was so inspiring for me, and I'm sure it will be inspiring double folds for everybody seeing your video. It was lovely. I was so motivated. I am so motivated. So thank you very much for coming here today.
I think you're the best host, Shemona. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Parul.
Thank you.
Thank you.